Greetings, Batavia Mayor Jeff Schielke speaking to you on Monday, April 17th, 2023. And we've got quite a bit of action starting to be planned for activities in the summer months along the Fox River here. And I'm told it starts probably up in Carpentersville and goes all the way through the county line and goes on down into Oswego and Yorkville. And there's going to be all kinds of events along the river and runs and parties and festivals, and so we're really taking great advantage of the Fox River. And I know there's the word fox has come into a lot of different names here. I've heard of different things now being named with the fox in the name. I know there's now a restaurant down in Yorkville that's called the Silver Fox, and so there's just a lot of things that people are using the word fox for. And I was telling a story recently about when we started putting the bike trails on the Fox River in 1981 under Phil Elstrom's leadership. I was invited to come to Springfield and speak before the Illinois Park District Convention, talking about the issues surrounding putting bike trails on the river. And when I got down there, the mayor of Rockford, whose last name was McNamara, was also there because he had started putting trails along the Rock River. And so he and I gave a presentation down there that was heavily attended, and it lasted about twice as long as what they thought, because there were so many people from towns, park districts in the state of Illinois that had questions about the bike trails, and specifically along the river, that there was a lot of information done about them. And now I go and I see all these trails being built along the Fox River, and I'm very pleased to see that we really, I think, as a society have realized the solid impact of the river on our community. So I'm pleased that we were one of the early pioneers in this effort. I would like to add a kind of a sad note at my presentation today, and that's the passing of Jeanette Christensen, who was the owner and leader out at Flag Source out in our industrial park, and they are one of the leading manufacturers of making American flags, which are flown all over the United States and in a number of foreign countries. And Janet passed away last week, and I just wanted to make note of her. She was always a big supporter and fan of Batavia, and has been very supportive of us building the monument to the American flag in honor of Dr. Sagrand and others. And so I just wanted to express our sympathies from the city to Janet's family, and know that she really did make a very positive difference in our world in Batavia, with her company being located out on Swanson Drive in the industrial park here, right very near where our public works garage is. So Janet is going to be missed, because she was somebody who really did some good things and great things for Batavia and the world around us. The next thing I wanted to talk about is that we're going to start advertising for the 4th of July fireworks garage sale, which is turned into one of the big money makers for our 4th of July celebration. As you know, we put on one of the better 4th of July fireworks shows in the region. And what I'm most proud of it is that we've never spent, as far as I know, a dime ever buying any tax money spent on buying fireworks for the show. It's all been paid for since 1950, when it was started by the former Fire Chief Bud Richter, that it was all done with donated money. And there's some of the service and clubs in town, like the Batavia Rotary and the Batavia VFW and others, who have always been supporters of the fireworks show. And we have some businesses and some places now write us very large checks. And to this day, and hopefully this year, we'll have the show paid for. But one of the big things that helps pay for the show is this garage sale. And this year the garage sale is going to be on May 5th and 6th. It's citywide. You pay a fee, come down to this. You can either register yourself on BataviaFireworks.org, or you can come down to the City Development Department or Building Department, and they should be able to give you an application which need to be filled out. And you pay your money, and then we put it on the computer, but we also print it up in a a sheet that lists all the addresses, and then we give them to McDonald's and Wendy's and a number of the restaurants that are open on those days in the morning, and people can stop in and buy a cup of coffee and get a copy of the addresses of where the garage sales are. And normally we have large numbers of garage sales, and many of them neighbors join together, and each one has one, and they all share in the same number of people coming to their houses. So again, it's going to be May 5th and 6th. And if you got a bunch of stuff in your garage that you'd like to get rid of and maybe make some money off of, consider doing it, knowing that all the money that's paid for it is donated to the Batavia Fireworks Show. And it's very common that we'll raise several $1,000s that goes into the fireworks fund to pay for this. So it's one good cause helping another. And so I just want to encourage people to do that. And again, May 5th and 6th are the days you need to clean out your garage and reserve things to be ready to participate in the garage sale. Another kind of a more negative note, I would just want to report that the Batavia Police Department is again sharing with me we are having a rash of crime on technology. And last week, with the able assistance of our Kane County State's Attorney, Jamie Mossy, we put on a program up at the Homestead, and we had quite a nice turnout, both of Homestead residents and residents from the community who were invited in by the Homestead to hear what is the things you should do to watch out for yourself about being potentially struck by somebody on the computer who wants you to do something in which you give away a social security number or a checking account number or a license number, and then they use it somehow to enter your accounts and take money away from you and whatever. So please be very, very careful of that, and we are planning to have some more public education shows about crime on technology, which we'll be offering in the near term. And Chief Sean Mazza of the Batavia Police Department is kind of heading this up, and we'll be doing things to kind of keep that going. And so we are very, very fortunate to have the active law enforcement community that we do have. So for that, I think I'm going to kind of wrap this up this week. Again, I've spoken a lot in a very short period of time, but sometimes you have to cut things short because you need to ask people to leave or whatever, because you got phone calls to make or you've got people coming to see you. And in my time or my life, I have that happening all the time, where I got people waiting at the door to come in and chat with me. So again, have a nice week, and I look forward to talking to you probably the middle of next week.